Hey guys, welcome to, let's just do it. Let's just call it Blue Dragon Detailing. Yeah, I like it. If anyone thinks I'm stupid, tell me later. So this is going to be my first attempt at a quasi, somewhat professional unboxing. This isn't really a review. I'm going to do a review on this new machine later, showing some, usage, buffing, all those good things people want to see. This is just a open unboxing and a comparison, a little bit of comparison with the previous generation tool and a little bit of other useful information. So let's get started on this. So we have here our new G8. This is the tool I'm going to be obviously unboxing. I have not opened it yet. The lady at Griot's actually opened it, so technically I'm not the first one to open it. She she said, "Hey, can I take a look at how this is all set up?" Because I think they I don't know if they had actually seen full on boxed, ready to sell product. I don't know. She asked. I said, "Okay, whatever. Who cares?" And then I have this, which is the previous generation product. And I'm going to show a few things with this, a few things with this, and a few size comparisons just so you get an idea of how small we're talking as far as the pads and stuff like that. So to get started, I'm going to get this out of the way. Let's put this over here. Oh, stay. I'm going to keep it to stay. 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 Stay, little 3-inch random orbital. Oh, let's put it back here. Put it in front of our new ceramic 3-in-1. Okay. So. Okay, so let's take a look at this. What do we have here? Oh, look, a poster. Oh no, it's not a poster. It's a how-to. Ooh, kind of cool. Griot's how-to tips. Is it one? Yes, it is. Okay, so we've got. Oh, okay. So they include this with all of their buffers. It kind of shows the different options. So, see if you can see that here. Okay. So what they're doing here is they show. So it's got a one step with nothing but protection. It's got one step with a little bit of scratching, one step with a little bit more scratching, and one step with a little bit heavier. So just the different options for how you can do a buff. Obviously, once you get used to doing this stuff, you'll come up with your own methods, but this is kind of their getting started. Sorry for the throat. I seem to have a little clogged throat here. Where was I? Oh yeah. So yeah, once you come up with your own method, you're gonna do this your own way. But this machine is not a professional machine. I mean, it's a great tool, but they do have a professional line. I think this is meant to give you more or less professional results, but it's technically a slightly lower than professional product. It's more of a consumer grade product. So a lot of people buying this, I think this is going to be a first time purchase for them. They're not going to have a bunch of experience with tools like this. So this gives people who don't really know where to start an idea. What else do we have here? Oh, and then they have kind of their quick steps. So there's that. Protective plastic. Looks like we have. What do we have here? Goodie bag. Alright, so we've got the little Griot's Garage bag. Looks like we've got the second plate. So it comes in the box with a 2-inch and a 3-inch. This is the 2-inch backing plate. Let's see here, what else do we have? These spare brushes, maybe? Is that what that is? Let's see here. Warranty card. Let's see what this is. Manual. go. I think these are spare brushes. I've never really, my previous Griot's machines didn't have, because I know some of their units have these replaceable brushes now. My previous ones didn't have quite this setup, so I'm not sure. Let me get that out of the way. So there's that, and this is going to be this is the tool for changing the backing plate. I'm assuming. I'll have to look in a minute. I mean, it's definitely what it is. My other one came with that. So here we have the tool itself. Anything else in there? Oh, and our detachable. I thought there was a little more weight there. Okay, so pull this out. Take a look at it. So that is the tool itself. And then, yeah, okay, so this attaches the backing plate. You wrench it in place and then turn. You put it in place and then spin the thing here. So that is that. This is the detachable cord. That's one of the big cool features of this series. So it just plugs in and unplugs. Very simple. Actually, it slides in really nice, and it is, as they say in their videos, it is nice and tight. So there is that. Definitely, I mean, although, like I said, I don't think this is meant to be a full-on professional grade tool, it's infinitely closer than the previous generation product. Couple of cool features, like I said before, easy swap plates. Do this right. So you put your plate on, spin it, and it just tightens on, goes right on. And it's a Velcro backing plate. I'll be mostly using my unit with the 2-inch. Where did it go? There it is. There we go. And before I put it on, give you kind of an idea. This is the 5.5 inch that I use. Typically, my G21, which is this unit here, I can use either 5.5 or 6.5. I didn't even realize I was buying 5.5. I just came and bought whatever. But I'm trying to switch over to the 6.5 just because now that I have this, or also the other 3-inch and 2-inch, my big machine is for big stuff. This is going to be a lot nicer because previously, so let me grab the other tool. Oh, and so this is a 5.5 inch pad. This is a 2-inch pad. So that gives you an idea of just how much smaller it actually is. Put that on the G21. There we go. Okay, so looking at the previous generation tool, it has a little less of an overhang, but the thing with the previous gen tool is, and I was talking with one of the people at Griot's last night. The thing with this tool is it's good enough, nothing more, nothing less. I've used it, I've gotten jobs done with it. It is not a bad tool, but unlike the G8, which is a really good tool, it's just another tool. That being said, just yesterday, I did a quick job at the dealership where I did we had a mirror on a black Corvette that had been scratched by being upside down and against the paint, and we needed to do a little bit of scratch removal. I was able to effectively use this. One of the things I think I do like about this, though, is because of how low performance it is, when I use this tool, I can be pretty sure that there's virtually no chance of screwing something up. And I know somebody's going to jump on and say, oh, if you're a professional and you know what you're doing, you won't screw anything up. But my opinion is, when you're hitting paint with these things, you are always risking screwing something up. I mean, I think even most professionals probably make a mistake every now and then, though as you get more professional, the mistakes become smaller and less often. I'm guessing they still get made. This tool is so low power, and whilst still being able to do correction, that it's very safe. And it's also a tool that when I get a coworker that wants to do a little bit of correcting, or a situation where I am not allowed to touch a car but somebody else can, this is a great tool for that, because I can hand somebody this tool and say, okay, go at it, and they'd have to try to screw something up with this tool. I mean, it's pretty hard. So it is a great amateur tool, I guess you'd say. And it honestly, if I had known they were coming out, because I literally just bought this tool maybe 2 months ago, maybe less than that. If I had known about the G8, I probably would have held off. But it is what it is. We buy tools, and sometimes a better tool comes out, and if you need it, you buy the better tool. Okay, so where are we going next with this? Definitely different in the hand. This doesn't really have anything of note, whereas this one has all... Let me get this out of the way. This one has all the cool features of the G9, which has been raved about all over the place. It's been said already, I think. This is not a tool, unless you've got, unless you're just doing like motorcycles or something else small. This is not a tool that you would necessarily buy as a standalone. The G9 is going to be a better option for most people. But for people like me that do semi-professional stuff that really need to get into small places, and I already have my G21 up there, which is an excellent tool. When they come out with a replacement for the G21, my understanding is within the next few months. I may not actually buy it immediately, even if it is obviously a lot better. I've been so happy with that tool. It's an amazing tool. I didn't really have any idea what I was doing the day I bought that tool. And I was literally getting professional grade results out of that tool day one. The day I bought that tool, I backed my car into a bush, and you know what that does. And I took it out like it wasn't even there. And that was with zero experience. Literally, Griot showed me, they gave me a quick tutorial how to, not quick, about, I don't know, an hour and a half, something like that. And literally that night I was getting professional results. So where else are we going with this? It is nice having the easy access speed. We'll go over this. I guess this will be me going over a few of the features. So the easy access speed, it's definitely higher quality. I mean, you can literally hear the quality. Whereas this one, it's just got the little thing on the back. It's not really ergonomically designed. I mean, this tool is obviously we needed a tool. Let's just get something that'll do the job, and that's this. It's a workhorse, but nothing special. The on-off button is a little chintzier on this one, whereas this one, it has all the high-quality trimmings. Where's mine? Because this one actually has... I didn't even think about that. So this doesn't have a trigger. This just has on-off. So this has the variable speed trigger, and then it's got the lock. So what you do is you set the speed you want. Usually they suggest starting at 1, putting it down. You push the button, and it starts up. It's variable speed. Let's turn this thing on. I wasn't gonna do a turn on until I actually used it, but let's do it. I'm not gonna really be able to properly demonstrate this without doing so. Okay, let's see if I have a power plug here. Yes, we do. Okay, so put this in. Okay, so the way this works, let's put a pad on it as well. That pad just sticks on Velcro. So the way that this works is this. So you set a speed. So right now it's at speed 1. And then you can variable the trigger as well. So you don't just have the one speed. You can actually vary the speed at that. I'm guessing what this does is it varies the speed from 1 to 6. This will limit it, but up to level 1, it has a maximum speed at level 1. So you push this, You can start slow, and then you limit it, so it's limited to that speed, at speed 1. And this is not something you're really supposed to do. You're not really supposed to free spin the thing. It really, you want to use it on a surface. And then at speed 2, same thing. You still have the variable speed. But the thing with the individual speeds is once you have it at, so if you have it at any given speed and that's where you want to be, you press it down, and then this right here locks it in place. And that way you can just use the tool. And then to get it out of that, you just click, and it snaps out. Okay, let's see. What else do I like about this? Everyone raves about the new G series, about how you can set it on its bottom like that. That's definitely nice. So let's get this out of the way. And also give you a comparison with a big tool. So this is my G21. And obviously, it's actually, surprisingly, the G8's actually a kind of a big tool, to be honest. I will say that, comparing the, where did I set that thing? Comparing the G8 with the old tool. So the G8 is definitely, I mean, the G21 I think was their first attempt at a really high quality tool, and it definitely shows. It definitely, if you compare the G21 to the other tools they were selling at about the same time, compared to this, I would say quality-wise on the G21, it's a lot closer to this than it is this. Most of the Griot's tools that they were selling at the time were really more like this. This is more an example of the tools they were offering at the time. And then the G21 came in, and even though I believe, I don't know for certain, I know they said they have a new manufacturer. I'm guessing this was with their old manufacturer. I don't know. Maybe I don't know why they switched. Maybe the type of quality and capability that they put into the G15 and G21 wasn't something that manufacturer could do with a lower end tool. Whereas these, I mean, it's clear this is the same quality tool as my G21. Obviously, the G21 can do things that this can't, but quality is about the same. So there are obvious benefits to this. This is a smaller tool. There will probably be times where I want a very small tool, and I will probably still grab this out of my bag. Griot's does offer a trade-in. It sounded to me like it would get the product down to around $100 rather than the $130. For me, having the extra capability of this tool on hand was more valuable to me than a few extra dollars that day. If you're running out and randomly buying this stuff, I really don't think you care about a couple dollars. Let's get that out of the way. Is that my old one? It is. Oh yeah, so this is the 3-inch backing plate that came with. Is that? Yes. Yes, it is. Oh. Oh, there we go. Okay. So it looks like this has, so you've got the new vented system. So that is vented. The old one wasn't. The old one didn't really, yeah, I guess I could probably use this on the old one too. I never thought about that. They're standard mounting. The old one didn't need it. The old one was not a powerful tool. It wasn't. Me personally, I probably won't. I did buy some 3-inch pads. Let me actually get up for a second. I will be right back. Okay, so these are the 3-inch pads. These will go on, dang it, I keep losing, there it is, okay. So these will go on here. Let's actually pull, wrong one. So as you can see, it's a pretty simple process. So I bought this tool as more or less a, you could say, scalpel compared to this tool, which is a hammer. Both tools have their uses. For the most part, I only bought this for precision work, and so I'm not going to be using it with 3-inch pads a lot, which is why I bought the Griot's orange pad. So this is kind of their go-to mid-level pad. This will do light correcting. You can do, although they recommend a different pad, you obviously can get away with using waxes, light stuff with this, light correction cream, stuff like that. So I wanted one pad with the best of all worlds. I didn't need 3-inch microfiber cutting pads because I won't be doing cutting work with this on 3-inch. I will only be doing cutting work with this on 2-inch. Anything that I need more than that, I'll be mostly using this. I guess maybe I'll come across needing that in the future, but for the most part, I never grabbed this tool, because this one has the 3-inch as well. I never grabbed this tool to do anything more than 2-inch work. I never did. Maybe with the additional power of the G8, maybe I'll find myself using this as my main tool more, and this as, because most of the work that I'm doing at the dealership, when they ask me to do stuff, it's not heavy correcting work. It's really perfection type work. So maybe I'll find myself going to this more. I don't know. With it being as much more powerful and capable of it as it is, I may find myself using this a lot more than my G21. I guess we'll see. And when they release a replacement to the G21, if I go with that, that'll definitely up the game on this as well. I'm trying to think. No, I think that goes over everything. Oh, I guess I should probably show this. I think that, do I have... Okay, I don't have the stuff in front of me, but it does have easy access to change the brushes, which are... I think it's this one. I can't remember from the Griot's video. I wasn't planning on showing that. I wasn't planning on doing demo of maintenance. But one of these two, I believe, pops out. You can see the clear screw holes in it. It pops out, and it's supposed to be as simple as just pulling the old one out, putting the new one in. Me personally, I'm not a full-on professional detailer. I do some detail work at a car dealership, but most of what I do isn't that. And so these come out, other than use on my own vehicle, which the reason why I bought these tools originally was because I was finding that driving a black car and being the perfectionist that I am, I was finding that in order to keep my black car looking the way I wanted it, I was literally at my paint guy every other week. And while he helped me out and didn't really charge me for it, it was going to start costing money to keep my cars looking the way I wanted them to look. And I was perfectly happy to learn how to do it myself, which is why I bought these tools. I learned how to use the tools, and when I started as a lot attendant at a car dealership, they were aware that I had the skills to do this stuff. And occasionally when our main detailer is not available or doesn't want to do a job for whatever reason, they'll grab me and they say, hey, can you do such and such? And I will pull these tools out. But I'm not using these tools on an everyday basis, so I'm just not wearing stuff out. I mean, compared to the professional use that a lot of professionals are going to get out of something like a G21, I would argue that my G21 has been abusively underused. It's literally, it's real. The only reason I really bought it was because the guy that was there when I originally bought it at Griot's made a good case with hands-on demo for the capability of the better machine. And I never like having my capabilities. I mean, I do stuff with computers, I do stuff with cameras, now I do stuff with this. I never like my capabilities to be limited by my tools. Tools are a dime a dozen. I mean, these are nice tools, but tools, anyone can buy tools. I don't feel like skills should be constrained by tools, which is why I typically buy, when I go buy a camera, I buy the best I can justify. With these, I buy the best I can. With my computer gear, I buy the best I can, and that way I'm never limited by the tool. The only other thing I wanted to show, and this is the reason why Griot's has been so big about the removable system here. So pull that out. So this is what they're talking about with the failure point. So when I go to coil this up, I got to be really careful with this. I mean, it's not going to break it once if you bend it, but if it's constantly being bent, you're eventually going to cause some damage. I'm very careful with mine, so I haven't had an issue. But keep in mind, of course, like I said before, I'm not using this on a truly professional basis. So if I was pulling this tool out and coiling it up and putting it back and all that on a daily basis, I could see there being a problem. Anyway, though, I think I covered everything of relevance. If anyone has any questions about the tool, feel free to leave me comments, questions, whatever. Try to be nice on the comments. I know there's going to be some stuff about this that's not what people are used to with, high quality YouTubers doing, having professional gear and all that to make these videos. It's kind of my little, corner of my apartment here. These will get better, but this is the best I can do for now. And with these tools literally just starting to go out, I think I'm probably one of the first people that's gotten my hands on this tool because I live near Griots. I live so close to them that I'm typically able to go and purchase these items on release day. It's the same if you watch my ceramic 3-in-1 wax video. I just had access to the product a little bit earlier than people that are located in other parts of the country or the world because I live, an hour from Griot's flagship store. Anyway, I hope everybody finds this interesting and answers questions that they may have. Again, feel free to ask me anything you want. Thanks for watching the video.